match. Luxari Chikadze is still ahead 2-1. The real question is, does he try maybe get something going in this round or saves energy and leaves it all for fourth, which is kind of crazy to do, but sometimes maybe you must. Again, set grip right here, referee's grip. Full cup, full control from Petro, and takes the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know me, Coach Ray. I am not one to brag.
Yes.
However, it's easy for me to see that our endurance sport, when it comes to one-on-one, East versus West, the cameras are there. You need a ton of self-reflection, Coach Ray. You must come into this bout knowing who you are. If you are the guy that can grind it out in a hook for 20 minutes, well, that's a great attribute, and you should use it. If you are the guy that is a huge high side pressure hitter, and you must really maintain the gas tank, you must be very not sensitive, but you definitely have to think about where you're going to exude your energy. To me, it's clear. I am much like this young man. If the lane is not perfect, if there's any adversity, the damage that is done on your arm is more than other people. Some people like Ron Bath, like Petro Margarant, their arms can be opened up in a hook and they can still maintain amazing power. Some of us get stuck in a hook and we have an explosion that pins the guy, but the damage that's done from then on, you cannot get it back for about 6 days.
We have athletes standing up for the round number 5, first time on this event, East vs West. Well, match number 3 is on the way. 2-2 is the score. Petro Margarant, Nuxari Chikadze. This is it. Nuxari had almost no to zero success after round number 1 to stay away from the inside. He's getting sucked in a hook. Maybe he needs to commit to it. Maybe he needs not to fight it, but just go right into the hell. He had a good stopping power where Petro couldn't finish him. He had to go for a top roll to finish Nuxari on round number 3. So let's see what Georgian has prepared.
Either way, the crowd's about to light up, Coach Ray. Either we get our first come from behind victory or we get an exciting energy-filled athlete here. This is match 3 of tonight's card, if I'm correct, and definitely the energy has been turned up. Now we're here, it's 2-2. The silver bullet match is about to happen. Petro looks to be in control, but the energy is still there from the young man from Georgia.
I can't imagine the excitement Engin Terzi has, because he was talking about this match for the whole time. Wanted to see an absolute war on the table, two on opposite sides of a spectrum, top roll versus hook, but it comes down to round number 5 and who wants it more and who has more left. We see calm, patience, calculated precision from Petro. Amazing cup on the last pull on round number 4. Nuxari is running out of options. Either he goes full defense mode or he changes up and hits it right where Petro is strong and hopes for the best. Went in the side of the hook. Stops him with a bicep. Petro more on the top row, very close to pinning, so close. We have a pin, 3-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. This is what arm wrestling's all about. It's the best of 5, even with a 2-0 lead. It is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Petro Margarant showing us the way there. elbow really close to coming off the back. But once that thing goes in a hook, ladies and gentlemen, and there's any time spent inside that power lock, you will find that you go in the hook early and you will stay in the hook from then on. What an absolute great performance from Petro Margarin. We saw the energy. Nugo came out here and absolutely set the floor on fire. But in the end, remember, sport with this one-on-one format, it is a grueling task. If you choose a lane that you're not the most comfortable in, sometimes that damage is 5. We have a review, and now we are back at the table. But ladies and gentlemen, between you and me, do not tell anyone sitting beside you or listening to this broadcast. This next match will look exactly the same. If these gentlemen arm wrestle 100 times tonight, this thing is going in a hook, and Petro Margarin is in control, if nothing less than any time that they get to the center of the table. You can see that that's where the power is, and only fight that Nugo has is right at the bottom. There's a small sticking point, but listen, I have been there many times. It is easy to predict that match still. What an absolute battle from them young man, and what we're looking for athletes that are here at the East vs. West. Bring the energy, fight to the death. What an absolute great showing in the arm wrestling world. Coach Ray set, about to mic up the winner, Petro Margarin, about to join Coach Ray there in a well-deserved moment. Intimidating, fast, amazing for 2 rounds, and it will simply end in a loss. 3-2 in the favor of Petro Margarin. Let's go down to Coach Ray and hear from your winner.
Hey guys, let's get a big round of applause for both athletes. That's how you start this event. Petro Margarin, your winner. How does it feel winning this tough match? Как ты себя чувствуешь после такого тяжелого матча?
Очень тяжело. Матч оказался очень тяжелый, я не ожидал. Не ожидал.
He didn't expect the match to be so hard. Were you surprised he was able to beat you in a hook? Ты ждал, что он будет такой сильный внутри?
Да, я ожидал это. Ожидал, конечно.
Yeah, I expected that as well. You are now here on East vs. West stage at this weight category. Who do you want next? Кто ты хочешь дальше на East vs. West?
И я даже так сразу не могу сказать. Очень много интересных соперников. Я хотел бы, наверное, со многими побороться. Да, в принципе, Энгину хорошо подбирает пары, отлично. Так мне и друзья и сказали, что лучше Энгина пары никто не подберет.
He said, right now I'm not even thinking about it. I'll ask Engin later, and Engin makes great matches. No one makes them better. Very excited. Great to see you win. Great to see you perform here on East vs. West stage. Petro Margarin. You go this one, right? Yes, I'm okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, moving to our next match at East vs. West. Brought to you by ESN in association with the Beard Struggle. And we are staying in the men's light heavyweight division for two incredible pullers to collide head to head on the right arm. First of all, I'd like you to welcome this man back to East versus West. He hails from and is representing Latvia and is a multiple Latvian national, EAF European and WAF champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the MF chef, Panza Sandris Shedhead.
Welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most technical, most balanced, one of the most beautiful silhouettes at the table you can ask for. Hailing from the country of Latvia, a wealth of arm wrestling experience at his helm. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandris, super ready to do battle. One of my favorite athletes here at East vs. West, definitely capable of absolutely great things. Sandris, a true athlete here and representing this class at a super high level.
And making his return to East versus West, his opponent is a violent and aggressive man at the arm wrestling table. Raise it up and rip up the roof for Ibrahim Saga!
Let's just put it out there. If you choose to rock the beard with no mustache, you are different. Ladies and gentlemen, Ibrahim Sagoff entering the arena, and my goodness, we talked about it earlier. If you wanted to paint a picture of pure aggression, an absolute mean looking dude with a name like Ibrahim, are you kidding me? My goodness, what an absolute. We are on the train tracks, ladies and gentlemen. These trains are headed to each other. I know that Sandris is ready. I know he possesses angles, leverage, all of that stuff, but don't forget, sometimes the stronger, more aggressive man wins the match. So excited to get this thing started. First and foremost, even now, once Sandris sets into that table, you can see the head size. Ibrahim, definitely the real deal. Look at how the center of the table technically sound arm wrestler, someone that has experience in the big stage, experience with the best arm wrestlers in the world. This will be a huge task for Ibrahim Sagoff.
Sagoff, you can see, Trav, the size of the frame. Talking about a man in Sandris Shedhead that's 6 feet 5 inches tall, and yet when these guys grip up, you'll notice the size of the frame on Sagoff. He's got massive wrists, massive hands, that long forearm. He does not look in any way outsized.
I do note the posture, though. The posture, all the weight on the right foot, leaning forward. You see the tall Sandris under the table. Ladies and maybe a little turned in you can get away with here. Maybe we'll see now. We know the wealth of Sandras has in his corner here. We'll see if you're the only one stressing there. Also, it was clear to me that Sandras did not want to fight that in the hook. We know that when he decides to, he can be different. He can set up a little bit, but maybe wants to get that angle straightened up just a little bit. I'm with you. You can do it by inverting your hand a little bit, or you can do it the classical way, taking that elbow, sliding it up to that left-hand corner, making the referee turn him, because that was pretty dominant. Then you saw how comfortable, once he set it, he was able to let Sandras resist. That would really cinch it in, and then a big surge. Ibrahim, very, very interesting first round, dominating fashion. Let's see if Sandras can do something to slow this down.
Ibrahim, one of those guys that's just naturally powerful. This guy looks like a real throwback. Looks like he's just crawled out of a cave. He's such a powerfully built athlete. And Sandras Sheris, more professional, more polished in his approach. He's moved the elbow now a little bit over to the left. Sort of halfway house, gone around the middle.
And I've been there too. Sometimes that corner's a little too close in the kitchen here. You'd like to start a little bit in the middle. The most important part is he has chosen to take in the left side of the pad. Now, the problem with this, if this thing gets turned in now, we're super in there. You see a little bit of Sandras testing there, seeing if the angle has the ability. Once you jam up into that left side, more of the hand gets exposed around your hand, a little harder to take the hand. You got to pick one or the other. Do you block the inside power, or do you set up and try to go around the athlete? We can see Sandras testing to see if he can still top roll from being on that left side. My goodness.
Sandras carved a lot more round now, though. Didn't contest it in the hook the first time, but certainly is doing this time. Talking about the shoulder contact, and that was really smart from Sandras. But look how tight Ibrahim Sagov gets at that stage. Really tight, really deep. And Sandras Panzer Sheris is palm up and underneath. And
there is
not a
some
good
hope
place.
here, Neil. There is some hope for Sandras here. Even though you see him go down, this is 2 times that we've seen Sandras attempt to outside hit and then realize that we're in this hook match. In my opinion, this round 3, we're going to see Sandras attack the hook as well. Still may not be the best decision to make when it comes to winning, but to me, it's the only decision that can be made.
You know what I'd do, Travis? To be honest, if I was in Sandras Sheris' shoes right now, I would. You noticed on the first setup of that second round, he started to look like he was going for the low hand. Pistol gripped him, punched that wrist out a little bit, and that might not be a bad strategy for Sandras if he goes all the way left with the elbow, a little bit of pistol grip, but don't use it to try and top roll. It's pretty evident at this stage there is a speed disparity, there's an explosivity disparity on display here, and he could use that just to get him into a better position on the high hook so that he's not palm up. At the moment he's landing underneath Sagov every time, and that is not a good place to be.
And to be honest with you, Sandras knows right now, is this guy's hook too strong even if I commit to a hook? If that answer is he is, then I'm with you. I'm dropping that hand. I'm masking it from here on out, digging that palm in there and running from this guy as much as I can. However, if I think that if I muscle up, I may have something for this guy inside, I just can't make it such a deficit by me trying to pull him outside. I am Sandras' coach. I'm telling him that I have the confidence that he can 100% dig inside, stop the match, and turn this into an absolute war. Inside, if I'm Sandras, I'm finding out if this guy can beat me in a hook when I know that's the only place we can go.
One of the realities of arm wrestling is that if you set for the hook, if you look to set the hook early in the match, you will have a solid level of strength. However, if you look for the top roll and you put into the hook, it is a very different story. And I feel like at this stage, we've not seen Sandras Sheris commit to the hook. He's been looking for for the top roll and has been put into the hook. That is not good. He needs to be on the A side. He needs to get Sagov outside that shoulder. Here we go. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. Sagov in blue. Shedis in red. ESN sponsor East versus West Joe in association with Gold Star Coffee and the Beard Struggle. Ready. Here we go. Once again, Shedis dives in there, but a lot better position than he's been in the previous 2 rounds.
No doubt about it, Neil. He may lose here, but he can leave knowing that we all wanted this to happen right here, and he looks to me like he's still got a chance. The shoulder's so close to the hand. If I'm Saunders, maybe push into that a little bit. There's got to be a call there. That's how you can get out of this, Saunders. Dig! And there's the attack! Ladies and gentlemen, that's 15 seconds of a match that we all thought was about to go 3-2. This is what arm wrestling's all about. Just like Mike Tyson said, everyone has this grand plan on taking the hand, showing off your technique. Once you get punched in the mouth, which is what happened to Saunders here today, the first 2 rounds, it was to find out, can I top roll the guy? Can I block the side pressure angle from the guy? The first 2 answers were no. The third question that we had, Saunders, what if you stand up tall? What if you attack him with the same ferocity inside? And my goodness, a 15 seconds of absolute glory there. Never could you get swept and someone be as proud to represent themselves as Saunders. What an absolute great outing for both of these young men, but make no mistake about it, in this class, Ibrahim is the real deal. Coach Ray will be with the champ here. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm here with the winner, Ibrahim Sagov, one more time. What a crazy last round. How do you feel? Как ты себя чувствуешь сейчас?
Я устал, но я счастлив. Честно говоря, не ожидал, что Сандерс такой сильный. Думал, если зайду в свое движение, я его сразу задавлю. Но оказалось очень сильный. Ему большое уважение. И хотелось бы передать привет, да, своей республике Ингушетии. Ассаламу алейкум. Кавказ, Кавказ. Аллаху акбар. Еще хотел бы попросить у Энгина. Энген, чисто моя просьба. Тебе большое уважение. Я тебя очень сильно люблю, уважаю, ценю все то, что ты делаешь. Хотелось бы у тебя попросить, чтобы следующий из тест ты пригласил бы моего друга Баркинхоева Адама. Могу за него вручиться, он показывает очень зрелищные поединки. Thank you. Аллаху акбар.
Окей, да. Не отходи от меня. I'll try to translate all of that. First, he wants to send a hi to everyone at home. Second is, he's tired, he's happy. He didn't expect Saunders to be so strong. He thought, if I get on my best move on inside, there's no chance he can beat it. Still excited. Then he asked Engin Terzi to invite his friend Adam Barkinhoyam. He said he will show some great matches as well. And he said much love to Engin and all the respect in the world. Great performance. Спасибо тебе. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Little fired up. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next match of the night, brought to you by ESN in association with the Beard Struggle, and we move into the ladies class on the left hand for the lightweight championship of the world here at East versus West 12. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our arm wrestlers who are now making their way to the stage, starting with this girl. She hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Sweden. Please raise it up for this national champion, European champion, and multiple champion of the world, Pia Reise!
Athletes here, Pia Reise representing the amazing country of Sweden. We all know in the arm wrestling world, women's arm wrestling synonymous with the country. You think about where we've came in the arm wrestling world. Not only do we have two fantastic female arm wrestling, but they're arm wrestling left-handed, ladies and gentlemen, on the biggest arm wrestling card in the history of arm wrestling. Oh my goodness, look at the height advantage. Ekaterina Nikasheva looking very dominant with her hand and wrist control here. Just the positioning, knowing what I know about height in the world of arm wrestling. Let's see if all of that hand and wrist being in that size, the referee making her come down. Pia Reise looking super strong. That elbow coming off the front, and we'll go right to the straps. Ladies and gentlemen, when I claim about the height of Nikasheva, listen, this is never more apparent than when that strap is applied. Check out the young lady's inverted hand, her pinky pointing out as far as she can get it outside of her index finger, trying to create that gap, allowing Pia not to be connected enough to be bothered by how much of her hand is above the pocket of Pia Reise's thumb knuckle. This height, we'll see if it means anything. It looks like the referee corrected it a little bit. Pia looks to have equaled that a little bit, but just the drop hand motion, knowing that if your hand is pointed up in the air and mine is pointed towards you, more of my hand can be above that thumb pad. Nikasheva looking confident here. We know the skill level. She looks really far outside. Pia's going to have a hard time getting some hand and wrist control. We can only imagine that the Swede allowing this setup is super confident. by how strong her side pressure is. Look at the face of Fia Rysick, super in control here, not knowing, is she fighting for her life right now, or is she in absolute control of the young lady? I'm super impressed with the setup. It looks like there will be hard to get control. It separates, but ladies and gentlemen, if you want to arm wrestle in the women's division, get a passport, buy a ticket to Stockholm, Sweden. There, meeting you at the airport will be the likes of Malin Klingsmith, along with Fia Rysick, and the list goes on and on of champions in the ladies division. And my goodness, the absolute control and arm strength of Fia Rysick. Coach Ray, I thought the setup was in favor, but quickly shut down. Fia Rysick, the real deal.
Go! Okay, stop. Reference good. Again, thumbs under, yeah? The same way, yeah?
And let's put yourself in the young lady's position. She comes up to the table. There's a tremendous amount of respect from the opponent. When they say go out of the strap, you see a quick release of the hands. That's a show of respect from both competitors, Coach Ray. You see a dominant performance in the strap, and now when they get to the table, you see Fia not being so easy on letting you in that strap. You see the match happen. Now the control, the confidence happen. And now, a lot of times, that slippage that you got in round one was because of the respect that your opponent had for you. When you show them that they can have a lack of respect for your start, the fact that you are only trying to get in the straps now, Coach, and that you have absolutely no chance of pinning them, that's when the weight starts coming forward, right? The posture starts getting better. And then you start looking at the guy like, or girl in this case, as being so unbelievably polished, so dominant, so in the moment. Fia Rysick, an absolute stud. And what a great addition to the East vs. West roster. And if you're at home, right, and you think you figured this arm wrestling thing out, well, let's put yourself in her position now. Down 0-2, you can barely even slip out. If I'm you, I'm training to beat someone who's way better than me at all moments. What does that mean? It means I must take advantage of the rules. I must take matches like this to a set grip so that Fia isn't so comfortable, just like you're seeing here in round 3. Also, have I fouled yet? Coach Ray, I haven't seen a foul issued. If you are down 0-2, you put this in a set grip. You anticipate the go, even if it results in a foul. These are all things that you have to be in the moment. You have to be polished. Experience matters. Once again, you cannot go at this in round 3 with a non-set grip and without even a attempting to false start. We did see a little bit of something there. They're coming. What's happening here? No way. So that was a bit of a tactic of hers trying, because that's what we're looking for. Now we're looking for the hand to open up, the king's move, every single thing that we have in your arsenal. Now's the time to deliver it, young lady.
Go!
Operators, please fix the score. Okay, don't fix the score. It's 3-0.
There's a bit of a smile from the Swede. Now we're looking for some showmanship. The match is not over yet, right? Or it is over? This is the title match, right? Title match, yeah. So let's see if maybe Fia now, maybe we can see some movement in her, a little John Brzenk. After I've taken the hand, the spirit, the soul of my competitor, why not show how beautiful my angles are? How many ways that I can arm wrestle? Can I just slap this young lady in a hook and start grinding her? Anything to give us a little more perspective of how well-rounded the young lady is.
Round number 4, score is 3-0. Score is 3-0, round number 4. We're having some issues with counting, with scorekeeping, and it's a slip. Buckle will not favor Ekaterina. It will be on her hand. She's trying to top roll, and it's very hard to top roll when you pull down by just maybe half an inch, and it all makes such a difference. This is just laser full. There's no motion. She's just a machine. Thank you, honestly.
It's not referee script now.
All be smart. Such a
Yeah, and she put a lot of pressure on herself. Saw her at lunch today. Definitely was a little quiet. I asked her what was wrong with her, made a big scene just to kind of irritate her a little bit more. And you could tell, man, what a true professional. And listen, if you don't get butterflies when you get put on this stage, then, you're not human.
Yeah, right. Round number 4. We're waiting for the start. Fia needs one more pin to win the title. 70-kilo women. The left arm piece versus
Nikasheva trying to purchase, but there is a immense difference in arm strength here today. Ladies and gentlemen, needing no introduction in the arm wrestling world, and now the playful banner will be, and the Swedish team will be in rare form tonight. You can see Fia happy, her corner Malin super happy, and she'll be joined by 5 or 6 other of the Swedish girls. What an outstanding, great night for Fia Rosick. You saw it in round 1. A tremendous respect for Nikasheva. Them flying away from each other. Once the strap was applied, you felt that all of a sudden it could be harder to get in the strap. You saw round 2 and round 3. The attempts to getting the strap, absolutely nothing there. Nikasheva, in her defense, going to the set grip, going to a very unorthodox way of getting in the strap, even in round 4. But make no mistake about it, regardless, in the strap, out of the strap, in the set grip, out of the set grip, the Swede was in control tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Fia Rosick.
I am here with your new East versus West 70-kilo female left arm world champion, Fia Rosick. Niyazi Kurd, president of Turkish Arm Wrestling Federation, putting it around Fia's waist. Finally, we see a smile from you.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy.
Well, watch back the tape. You had 0 smiles, laser focused. There's 2 modes on Fia. One who's very afraid of press conferences, and one who loves to arm wrestle.
Yeah, I know what to do with this table. with the black ones, I get confused.
That will be cut out definitely. You look at too much dominance, too much hand, everything. She tried her best to make it in a match, but she couldn't. Do you feel like, how nervous were you coming into? Because it's a big unknown.
I was super nervous. I was nervous about everything. I was nervous about her height, her long arms, her previous fights with other strong ladies. And I was also not sure if I would handle four matches, that I was like be drowned out or something.
You won in a strap, no strap, referee's grip, full control, dominant performance. Probably top 5 in the world right now. Is there a name who you want to pull?
I would like a rematch with Oksana from Kazakhstan. She's from Kazakhstan. Yeah, she won 65 left-handed at the Worlds.
Well, definitely Engin's gonna set it up. Pia Rysek, your new champion.
burn it down like woo, I'm ready to go, yeah, you already know, I'm feeling my flow, yeah, it's about to blow, tearing it up like a savage, yeah, I'm ready for action, everyone knows I'm the baddest, yeah, it's about to happen. Ain't nobody gonna stop me now, ain't nobody gonna bring me down, ain't nobody gonna stop me now, ain't nobody gonna bring me down.
Coffee lovers, listen up. This one's for you, worldsbestcoffee.com. Remember the website. At Gold Star Coffee, we understand your passion for the perfect cup. We are coffee lovers too, and that's why we've dedicated ourselves to crafting the world's best tasting coffee. From the heart of the world's most renowned coffee regions, we bring you beans of unparalleled quality, roasted to perfection by our master roasters. Every sip is a journey, a symphony of flavors dancing on your palate. It's not just coffee, it's an obsession. We ship to the United States, Canada, and around the globe. And for coffee that transcends the ordinary, visit World's Best Coffee.